All right, you're on.
Hi everyone, Sarah here from The Paper Cut. It is Monday, day one of our virtual warehouse sale week, and virtual classes and flash sales and all the good stuff. But the first things first, always check whether we have sound and video. So hang on, here we go. Well, I see me. Oh, but I don't hear me. Oh. Well, I see me. Oh, now I hear me. Thank heavens, because I would have just had about a panic attack. Not really, but okay. So I did have one little glitchy thing. I posted flash sales. I turned it on, and then I realized that the little placardy sign had a different sale code. So I think I activated that one. So the sale code for the week that I prefer you to use is WS25OFF. So warehouse sale 25 off. So WS25OFF. Although the little placard says 25 off. So I tried to turn on that sale code too, just in case anybody sees that and uses it. But I know the WS25OFF works because people have been placing orders all day long. So,
Is it WF?
WS as in Sam
Okay,
for warehouse sale.
yes.
I'm telling my mom. 25 and then OFF.
All caps, or doesn't it?
I don't think it matters, but
Okay,
try all caps. So, yes, WS is in Sam for warehouse sale, 25 OFF. You can use it all week long. And I know that the little placard thing says the wrong thing, and I'm going to change that as soon as I get home tonight, but I couldn't do it immediately, so I activated that sale code for the time being. So, and my mom's going to let me know if there's any questions, if people have
just trying to get
questions.
hooked up.
Oh, she's getting hooked up. So I'm just going to go through all the stuff. You can place orders all week long. We're going to hold orders and combine them. So we'll hold them all week unless you email me and say, hey, this is the only order I'm placing. Can you ship it? And then we'll start shipping a few orders. It's going to be a busy week. Just getting ready for my nightly stuff, but we'll try to ship orders if you say, hey, this is the only order I'm placing, can you ship it? I'll print that one out and start processing right away. I mean, I do print them all out daily, and then my mom pulls her little alphabet sorter out there and she sorts them all and gets everybody combined, and she notes on there whether it's 1 order, 2 orders, 3 orders. So yeah, it's a whole process. So we hold them for the week because you can place flash sale orders every day. So don't leave them in your cart because your cart may empty. And so pay each night. Now, if you can, hold off for the day at least and don't pay for each item. Like if you have something during the day that you see and then you're doing the flash sales at night, kind of hold off and pay one time instead of, multiple times throughout the day, if possible. Otherwise, we got you covered. But then you can place orders all week long. We'll have the comments sold on Sunday. So then we'll combine that in there and then we'll start shipping orders. And it takes us a few weeks after that because it's a whole paperworky thing and then it's combining everything and we try to get it all right. Every once in a while we miss stuff, but we try really hard. And if you email me saying, you've a message about something to ship it to a different address, whatever, hold it an extra 3 weeks because you're going on vacation, then, I put those emails with the orders. So yeah, we got you. We got it all covered. And, I think we've got it down pretty good, my mom and I, with the paperwork and then out to the shop. And so been doing this for a few years. So, we got the whole system going. So flash sales each night right now. Then we're going to start class. Tonight it's beautiful backgrounds. And, I did run a little bit before class, so that's why I'm in like this attire with my hair up. Tomorrow morning I'm running to work the long way. So I'm supposed to get a 9-mile run in tomorrow, and then I have my half marathon on Sunday, and then Comment Soul is Sunday night. So I can let you know. I mean, hopefully I make it through the half marathon, and I'll see you Sunday night. So anyways, okay, let's go on to, are you getting connected, Mom?
Yeah, I'm trying to post some things, but it's not cooperating right now, so it's okay.
Okay, but you're,
Somebody posted the sale code. Thank you very much for doing that.
okay. You can see and hear me. I didn't see the comments until just now. So I think we got it going. Oh, Virginia said something ran amok. I'm not quite sure what.
Probably when you were talking about
Oh.
sale code.
Oh,
Was probably
okay.
a comment. That's what I thought it was.
So Stephanie just got hers today. You're not behind, Stephanie, because we're just starting today. So, and I really didn't post any homework. I'm going to do everything during class. So let's go on to the flash sale items. Today is cardstock day. We've made them all into 10 counts. So then if you don't have this big pack of 25, so they're all, I think they're all 10 counts. Yes, they're all 10 counts, and there's a lot of them. So it's either stuff that's either overstocked, being discontinued, and I can tell you like which ones are which, or maybe they're just slower movers that there's a lot on the shelf. So
What does the sale code cover, please? The site
sale code is site-wide minus the class page. That's the only thing the sale code doesn't cover is class kits. So anyways, and we can ask more questions, but let me get through the comment sold stuff, and then feel free to ask questions. So Mom, if anybody asks a question while I'm doing flash sale, yeah, just hold until after. So hang on, I got to get my little notes out here. Okay, here we go. All right. White Glossy is the first one. 10 count. Normally I've got $4.25 on sale for $3.25, and then you get it for $2.44. Cold pressed watercolor, 10 count, 8.5 by 11. These are all 8.5 by 11s, by the way. This one we're using on Wednesday, so you might want to get it. $17 or regularly $17, on sale for $12. You'll get it for $9. So all of these are like 45 or more, 45% or more off the final price. So because you'll enter the sale code, or it'll show like this one, for example, will show $12, and then you enter the sale code and you get it for $9. So
it's not good on classes, so right?
not good on classes.
Okay.
No,
That's the only thing.
that's the only thing. Eggplant, normally $6.40, on sale for $4.20, and that brings it down to $3.15. Timber Green, and if I'm missing any of these, please let me know online. Timber Green, normally $6.40, on sale for $4.20, and then brings it down to $3.15 with the sale code. Fleece White Parchment, $3, on sale for $2, brings it down to $1.50. Pewter, this is a discontinued color. One of the Lesbos colors kind of is the same. So $6.40 normal, on sale for $4.20, brings it down to $3.15. Flesh or ecru, $4, on sale for $3, brings it down to $2.25 actually. So, or I might have something wrong in there. So I don't know what I did because I've got weird numbers. It was last night though. So, on sale, I think the flesh was on sale for $3.25, and it brings it down to $2.44. Husk, which is the same category, $4.50, on sale for $3.25, brings it down to $2.44. Via Sunflower, $4.50, on sale for $3.25, brings it down to $2.44. 100-pound chocolate, which this one I don't even think I had online, $6.40, on sale to $4.20, brings it down to $3.15. Safety Orange, normally $6.40. On sale for $4.20, brings it down to $3.15 with your discount. The 120-pound Purely Simple Paper Brilliant White, normally $6.40, brings it down, or normally $6.40, on sale for $4.20, brings it down to $3.15. Two So Silks, because these are discontinued. Beauty Pink, normally $12.50, on sale for $9, brings it down to $6.75. So Silk Black Style, $12.50, on sale for $9, brings it down to $6.75. Some Star Dreams that are just slow movers. I'm not sure if they'll be discontinued or not. $11.50, marked down to $8, and then with the sale code brings it down to $6. Coral, $11.50 normal, on sale for $8, brings it down to $6. Aquamarine, which I think is a really pretty color, but normally $11.50, on sale for $8, brings it down to $6. And then the Star Dream 2.0, so these are 126 pounds, normally $12.50, on sale for $8, brings it down to $6. This is Pluto 2.0. Then we have Neptune 2.0, $12.50, on sale to $8, brings it down to $6. Venus, which is a really pretty brown with some gold flecks in it, $12.50, on sale for $8, brings it down to $6. And then Saturn, which kind of has like a coppery color, but it's darker. This one is $12.50, on sale for $8, brings it down to $6. So that was a lot of them.
Okay, Sarah, Monica says you only have 7 items on the flash sale page, but Monica, I am seeing all of them.
Are you? Maybe there's 2 pages.
There are 2 pages.
Okay.
So I'm
Oh,
sure.
you have to click on the box. So there might be things on the sale page, which I didn't even look at that. So I'm not even sure what's on the sale page. So you might be getting a big bonus from that. But all of these, you have to click on the black and red box.
Right, I put a link directly to
Okay. To the flash sale.
to the flash sale.
Okay, so you have to click on the box that says click here, or I don't know what it says.
Yeah, I don't know what it says either anymore, but
Okay, so there is a box, it's black, it's got red letters, and you click on that, and that opens up all the items. Monica, I think the 7 items that you're seeing are just the 7 items that are on the sale page. I don't even know what they are, but you're getting those for a heck of a deal, because usually the sale page is,
oh yeah.
what's on there?
Let's see, you have Via Sunflower,
Okay,
Timber Green,
oh, there are some 8.5 by 11s on there.
Fleece White Parchment,
Okay, but they might be.
Pluto, Eggplant Smooth, Husk, and Acro.
Okay, so click on the box and then you'll see all of them.
Yeah, the box with the big red letters in it that says
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so,
But I put a link directly to that sale page.
okay, yeah, I must have missed those when I was entering because there's different categories. So those had the sale page category plus the flash page category. So I missed unclicking the sale one, so just they only showed up in the flash box. So, oh well. There's a lot that goes on, so.
Okay, so wait, let's see what else was happening.
Okay, hang on, I'm gonna move my box so we can start classing a little bit.
Oh, Monica, you also said those are not showing in the flash sale, the first number. Yeah, but you didn't get to the page, the flash sale page. She just got to the sale page, not
Okay.
the flash sale page. So I think that.
You think it's
What
all
were your
good?
first items, Sarah?
Glossy was the first one. Glossy
Yes,
and cold
sunflower.
press watercolor.
Maybe they aren't. The first one I see is. Oops, wait a minute. Let me get there. The first one is.
Well, they might be out of order, but
Okay, yeah.
are they there?
Yeah, Chrome Coat Glossy is there. Stonehenge, Cold Press.
Yep.
Eggplant Smooth, Timber Green.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can go, Mom, why don't you go down to the table? We're just gonna, oh yeah, they're there.
Everything is
And there's
there.
2 pages.
Yes.
Okay. So yes, they're all there if you're on the flash sale page, which has you have to click on the box. So I just forgot to take them off the main sale page. So anyways, let's go down to the table because we're going to start class.
Okay. You're there.
Okay. Oh, Carrie asked where the flash sale items hook up to, but then you,
Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah.
Carrie, go look for my link.
Yeah, my mom posted a link, plus, like Bernice said, click on the flash sale icon. Okay, yep. Stonehenge, Monica asked the Stonehenge, it's 17 normally, marked down to 12, and then you'll get it for 9 after the... Oh, a couple people are saying that the link is not working.
Okay. Oh, well.
That happens every once in a while when my mom posts it, so you might have to just copy and paste the
Yes.
URL into a
Yes.
separate page. Like you might have to open up a separate page and copy and paste it, because Facebook is funny that way. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So anyways,
I will go and check.
and you can keep asking questions. That's fine. We're going to start class though. We are doing beautiful backgrounds. And okay. And tonight we are doing alcohol inks. So we have the Happy Fall Ya All, which my H is not so happy.
When I copied and pasted it, it worked.
Okay. Yeah, when she copied and pasted it, it worked. It just isn't working if you click on it all the time. The birthday wishes. The thank you, which is doing one of the flowers. And then the other one I don't have because I actually gave it away for a birthday card. So we'll just make the other one and then you'll see it. So those are the cards that we're making. Oh, if you order $25 worth of flash sale items, which there's a lot of items, so it won't be hard to get there. And this is after the discount, you'll get the premium photo paper. So the card size layers, 4 by 5 1/4. It's like a glossy. We're using it in the cards class, but there's actually a swatch of it in one of the card kits tonight. So you'll get a 50 count A2 card size large layers of the premium photo paper, which is like a glossy. It's a lighter weight glossy. That's your freebie for tonight. And then on Wednesday, we're going to make these 3 cards. So these are Wednesday. I'm just showing them.
Oh yeah, you should say daily flash sale, Sarah.
What does it say?
It just said flash sale.
Okay. So I need to add the word daily and I
Yes.
need to correct the
Yes.
thing. Okay. Then we can do that.
Yep.
In your kit, let's just go through our kit. You need the Happy Fall Ya All one. You need the one that kind of has this pattern die cut on the top of it. You need the one that has wishes and it has this crosshatch die cut. The one with the tree you can put away. You need the one with the pink. So the tree you can put away, the safari you can put away, and the flower you can put away until Wednesday. And then tonight, these are the 3 dies that you got in class. So this one is already die cut for you. We're going to put that away. This one is in the watercolor class, so we're going to put that
Say
away.
daily. It should have said daily when I did the,
Oh,
yeah.
and then this one we're going to use. So this is what we need out. And I'm sorry that my supply list came so late. We are going to start with the one that I don't have the sample for. Oh, and Rob, Brass and Bliss, he put items in a separate folder so you don't need a sale code, and my mom's going to post that link.
Yes.
So let's go to, and a couple things that you might need just for weeding. I didn't say this, but I found this in my stamp room, to weed the stuff out. That comes in handy. If you have a palette, we're going to use that for doing the flowers. If you have a little alcohol thing to hold your blending solution with a small tip, we're going to do that when we use the flowers. You need alcohol inks, which I have them right there. I'm applying them with felt and an applicator block, which I lost.
We'll get that.
So I'm going to get some felt out because I'm going to use that right now. I'm going to put that away. I've got micro brushes here that I'm going to put away for now because we'll use that later when we do the flowers. So I'm going to pull out my felt. I've got my alcohol inks. I do have to get a block. I thought I had everything here. And let me go get my wood block. The other thing that I have next to me is my alcohol ink blower, which we can use if you're going to do flowers at the end. So
this link from Brass and Bliss is for their special sale?
that's for their sale items. He did a folder. I didn't look in it, but I'm pretty sure it's most of everything that we're using in class. So theirs is just certain items in this folder, so you don't have to enter a sale code. So first card, Mom, I'm going to give you this. These are the instructions.
Okay. Thank you.
The other thing that we'll need on watercolor night, which was wrapped in the instructions, is this watercolor palette. So put that aside with your watercolor cards. All right. So in the first kit, which this is the one that I gave away as a birthday card, so I don't actually have the card, the sample card. In here is a card base. Put that off to the side. A layer of black. Put that off to the side. A layer of Yupo. You can leave that right in front of you. There's a small layer of Yupo, and this is if you want to play around with your alcohol inks a little. I would save this for the flower card, although there is one in the flower card also. So this is just an extra piece for you. I'm going to set mine aside for later because this card is so easy that you don't really need one. So then we have a word die cut. I'm going to set that aside. We have the flower die cut. I'm setting that aside. We have the arch, the nested arch. This is a nested set with the dots and dashes. And while I've got it in my hands, I am just poking out the stuff.
This link for Brass and Bliss,
Yep.
is that just especially for your customer?
Yes, it's for anybody that's watching.
Yes, okay.
Yep. So it can be posted as in the comments.
Okay.
So then anybody that watches can see it. And I'm pretty sure I sent him all of my instructions where I list all of the items. So he's putting those in there. The exciting thing is that the safari animals that we're using on Wednesday, those came in. So I wasn't expecting them to come in so quick. He sent me samples and they came in ahead of the main order and they came in already. So that was super exciting. When people were here at the warehouse doing this class, because we did it in one sitting, doing the class, they wanted to know when they can get them. Well, I need to email them and say, here's the link, you can order them now. So anyways, okay, back to class. I'm using the Wild Plum. There's also raspberry, which is a little bit brighter pink. And then I'm using a purple, so I'm going to use amethyst. And I think I used a little bit of crimson if you want. And then if you want to pull out raspberry, that's a nice pink also. So yes, if the link doesn't work from my mom's, copy and paste it, and she put that in there. So this one, I am just going to do the tappy tap. So this one, we're doing the tappy tap on this one and the fall one. I like to put bigger drops of alcohol ink on my felt pad. So I used the Wild Plum. I'm using some purple. The Wild Plum is the color that matches the best. So, and I don't know which one I used on my actual sample. I either used Purple Twilight or Amethyst. I don't think it matters. With alcohol inks, they all blend together anyways. So it's not super important that you even use the same colors that I use. I like to lay the base down just by doing a swooshy, and then I go and tap over the top of it. Now, when you're on Yupo, so I'm just going to do a swooshy, and if you're like, hey, that's cool, I like that, hey, you just stop whenever you want to stop. But if you tap over the top of it, the colors blend together, especially when it's so wet. The colors will just blend. Now, as this dries, it gets this bubbly type effect.
Video is frozen, Judy Brennan. If your video is frozen, just hit your reset button.
Your refresh.
Refresh.
Yep.
That's it's not frozen on my end. So.
Okay, that's good. We don't want it to freeze. Now I have a little bit more red in here than I like, and I might go put some more pink on here. But as I keep tapping, you'll start getting these little bubbly effects. So as it dries, you get that. And if you wanted it smoother, you could have just swooshed and tapped once and you'll get a nice smooth effect. Now I'm going to add a little bit of more pink, and I might add that on a separate felt pad. I know, Jean, excited for the Safari. They are like awesome, and you saw them in person. So I'm adding a little bit more pink in here just because I had a little bit more red and purple than I wanted. They kind of took over. You know, sometimes with alcohol inks, you can't hardly repeat something because it just never turns out the same.
Okay, you folks on YouTube, I'm just getting to your YouTube page right now, and then we'll read some questions to Sarah.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
So let's see. Who's got questions? It's so good to see so many of you here. We're excited that you're here, and we're happy that you're excited to be here.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun week. All week long you get me. And my mom.
Well, tomorrow night I'm going to, tomorrow night's a...
Tomorrow night she has dance. She's ditching us. That's
And
okay.
I am feeling a little better, by the way. Not quite over this yet, but...
So anyways, that's the background. I'm going to stop right there. But it's got that little bubbly effect, and that was just when I was tapping, it was getting drier, and as you get drier, you get those secondary bubbly effects on the Yupo because the ink doesn't soak in. So the inks that are on the Yupo reacts with the inks that are on your felt pad.
So Donna Hinshaw says, do we just leave things in the basket? We shouldn't check out?
No, check out daily, because otherwise stuff will disappear. So baskets may or may not empty. I can't remember how it's set, but definitely check out daily.
Yes.
Because that also gives the flash sale items I turn off. And if we run out, they may come out of your cart.
Okay.
So make sure to check out daily, because at the crack of 9 o'clock, I'm going to shut them off. And if they're sold out, boom, they're out of your cart. Or if they sell out, like if you waited a couple days to check out and they sell out, they're no longer going to be in your cart.
Ooh.
So yes, make sure you check out daily. I just don't want you checking out like 3 times in one day unless absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
So if you can just check out once a day, that would be fabulous. And then we will combine.
Donna said thank you.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, those colors match pretty good. So I'm going to attach, I'm using like a blotting pad so it's going to stay dirty, but the stuff's soaked into that, so I'm not picking any of it up off of there. However, if I'm using something that's solid white, I might like be a little more careful. So I'm just going to turn that over and attach it. So yeah, all week long, same bat times, same bat channel. Oops, I hit my heat tool that's sitting next to me. We'll do the same thing, and we can answer questions every day too.
Okay, so I have a question,
Sure.
my own question.
Yep.
Will that link for the daily flash sale be the same each day?
It should.
Okay,
Yeah, because I'm just,
okay.
yeah. This one is a little bit smaller border than I usually have, and I'm actually having trouble.
Oh, Brian, it's nice to see you here on your birthday. Happy birthday, Brian.
Yep, everybody wish Brian a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I forgot till I looked on
I
Facebook.
wonder there's a lot going on, Sarah. Not that you don't have anything on your mind this week.
Yeah. Oops. So I trimmed that, and my trimmer's being angsty. I've just got adhesive stuck everywhere. Okay. I trimmed it just because my border was, I'm having trouble seeing because I don't have my glasses on. So now I'm going to attach that to the front of the card.
I can't find add-on to virtual sale order I'm trying to check out. Virginia Hebard.
Well, Virginia, I saw it there earlier. Depending on how big your order is, it only shows up to a certain dollar value. So maybe that's why it's not showing up. But Virginia, go ahead and check out because I can always adjust your shipping. Because I know you usually pay by credit card. If you pay by credit card, it's very easy for me to adjust things. If you pay by PayPal, then it's a little bit harder because then there's a refund. But I usually wait till like the end of the week, so you place all these orders. So Virginia, maybe tomorrow I'll tell you to just say pick up at warehouse because then it won't charge you any shipping for tomorrow. But yeah, the add-on only goes up to a certain dollar amount. So I am going to use foam tape on the back of my arch. I had some foam tape cut from this weekend. Is there anybody else that, I know you're not placing an order as a secondary one because most of you haven't placed an order yet. But if you're checking out and can just check that, because I did do a practice order earlier today and that option did come up. I just want to make sure it's coming up. So if anybody out there
Oh, I could try it.
is placing an order and you go to check out, well, it's going to make you put all of your information in there. So maybe you do it later.
Yeah.
Okay. But if anybody's checking out while we're card making, just click on the shipping drop down and let me know if you see the add-on to virtual sale order, if it's the second or third one down. So, and this can just go, I'm putting this right in the middle. My flower I'm going to raise up, and I am going to cut just a small strip off of here, like a 1/2 inch strip. And since I don't have my sample, I can't remember exactly what I did.
When we check out, do we pay the $10 shipping charge every time? You can say add-on order, Sarah? Or what?
Yeah, you can say when you go to check out, like today, it's most people's first order. So I'm going to raise up my flowers too. Today it's most people's first order, so you're going to pay the shipping. And then tomorrow when you go to order, then you're going to click on the shipping drop down and there's an add-on to virtual sale order. And like it charges $2 is the first level, and then $3 and $4. It goes up based on dollar quantity. So you order $25 and it's
Oh, nice.
going to charge you, it's going to add on $2.
Okay. But
And then up to
also,
$50, it adds on $3.
Okay. But also you finally, you make an adjustment at,
Yeah, at the end, I'll total up all of the shipping, you know, and then we'll see how much stuff you have. And kind of how we do it for comments sold, you know, you could end up on the plus or the minus, and I'll adjust it either way. So I may contact you and say, hey, your orders are so big you owe more shipping. Or I may say, hey, if you pay by credit card, at least one order I can just refund it. If you pay by PayPal, sometimes I have to do manually refund it through there, or I can adjust it if you pay by credit card, but through PayPal I have to go in and do a refund. And then sometimes I'll say, hey, is there anything else that you want for X amount to cover your duplicate shipping?
So Carmen Melinda Namanek said she sees an add-on option.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she sees it. Perfect. That's what I'm wondering. I just wanted to make sure it was there because Virginia wasn't seeing it, but that add-on option only goes up to a certain dollar amount. So Virginia, if you placed a really big flash sale order, you might not see that. Oh, Kathleen, I think you're looking for Rob. Rob is Brass and Bliss. Brian is the paper cut. And it's Brian's birthday, so we were talking about him. But that would be Rob. For Brass and Bliss, Rob created a separate folder.
Yeah.
So there isn't a sale code. He just put all of the items I'm using in class.
It's there. I have a link. I'll post it again.
Okay, so he just made a folder of all the items I'm using. So his isn't site-wide. His is just based on what I'm using in class. So, and then, when I did pop this up, I double popped up on the ends because I had popped up in through here and in through here. So I did a double pop up on the ends to bring this strip all the way across. And then I am going to pop up my birthday too. My birthday girl. So this one's a bit poppy. And that's okay because I gave it in person the first time I gave it, and it didn't matter whether I had all kinds of foam tape on it.
Okay, Kathleen, I'm just posting that link again. You're going to have to copy and paste that link if it's not working through Facebook.
Yeah, because sometimes when my mom posts links, they don't work, and that's just a Facebooky glitch or some type of glitch. So I'm putting those colors away, and we're going to move on to the autumn card. So that's our first card.
And I did check the link and it did work.
Okay, we're moving on to the autumn, which this one has die cutting. So and I'm going to show you the die cut because I have one here, but you're using the die, so you're going to pull out the die.
Seeing Carmen Melinda Namanek reminds me of Melinda.
Oh, Melinda Morning.
Yeah, I haven't
Seen her for a
I don't
while.
know if she's
Okay, so this is the die cut that we're going to cut. Okay, and you are going to use this die that came in your kit. I thought it was kind of cool. The pattern repeats itself, so I used the die on a slimline card. Somebody had asked for a slimline card. I think it was either Bernice or Emily. Somebody had asked for a slimline card, and I haven't used the Happy Fall Y'all for a while. When you're pulling the dies off, they are stuck on, try to get a hold of that adhesive because then it doesn't stick to the back of your die. So I was just very carefully, I pulled it off and made sure that the adhesive stayed on here rather than on the back of my die. So, but to do this, you want to start, Dave from Brass and Bliss had cut a bunch of these for me, and he was getting a line right here from where you put your die on the second time. So we put it on one time, we're going to die cut it, then we're going to move it over, line it up, and die cut it again. And then when he die cut it the second time, he was getting like a crease mark right here. So he made sure to tell me how he wasn't getting the crease mark. Put it on. I would hold it on with a little bit of tape just to hold it in place. And then I'm going to die cut it almost all the way through. So I'm not going to hit this end to put all the pressure right there because I'm going to leave that part undie cut. So I'm going to die cut this. And if it's not die cutting, because it's a solid plate, you might need a shim or post-it note. I use post-it notes a lot, but I'm going to die cut this first. I'm not bringing my die cutter over there.
Thanks, Virginia, for posting that, Sil. code again.
I think I just went too far, but that's okay. I mean, really the indent that you saw from the die, it wasn't bad. I just get rolling and I just keep rolling. Rolling, 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 ride. Okay, so now I have a die cut.
If you're missing something, thanks for letting us know, but do let us know and we'll try and get that out to you. Teresa Conte is missing brown cardstock, and I will just keep track of those things.
Oh, bummer. Okay, sorry, Teresa. Or Therese. Sorry, yes, we will get that out to you. I'm just going to do this, get part of them out. So I die cut it almost all the way over, and then I'm going to take my die and I'm going to line it up because the pattern repeats. So you kind of just put it on there and it will kind of like, I kind of felt it like plop into place. Plop isn't the right word, but the die kind of just lined up with the pattern that was there. And now I'm going to tape that in place again, and now I'm going to die cut the whole thing. But I thought it was pretty cool that the pattern repeated itself, so then you could cut it for something longer. Or even a scrapbook border. And now again, I'm not going all the way to the end because I don't need to, because it's already die cut at the end. So, yep, so I didn't need to die cut all the way to the end. So I didn't get a little crease mark there. So, yay. And like these work better on a piece of fun foam. Something soft underneath it. I don't have that, so I'm just holding it and doing it. All my little pieces, most of them are falling out. I'm still going to probably get a pin to get some of them. All right, and a pin for my straggler pieces. Brian met Virginia this weekend.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so here we go. Alright, so we've got that all done. Now we're going to pull out the rest of our pieces from our kit. So we have the envelope. Some of you have craft envelope, some of you have a cream envelope because we ran out of cream slimline envelopes. So some of you have craft and some of you have cream. You have your card, then you have your layer, your gold layer. Then we have our Yupo, so we're going to leave that out. Then we have this layer that's going to fit under our brown. Now we can trim this one closer. I did it, my original sample was on a 2-inch piece of cardstock, but it was really hard to get it. It went like right up to the edge. So I gave you a little bit wider piece. So you can trim that down. I think I'm going to trim mine down later, and then we're going to trim this gold piece also. But this piece is going to end up going in between. that. So yes, we do have some trimming to do later. And then we have this that's going to go on there. And then the happy fall y'all. So right now, so we're going to set all of this stuff aside. And we are going to Yupo, or we're going to alcohol ink our Yupo and also our leaves. Okay. So we have our Yupo and our leaves. Now when I do the Yupo, you can tell that I did it to get the bubbly effect. And in parts, like I didn't get as many bubbles in certain areas, but when I do the leaves, I'm going to mostly do the leaves as a one and done. So the leaves just do as a one and done. I think they look better. Otherwise they start to get more burnishy and where you can't see the lines in the leaves. So they just work better if you don't have the bubbly effect going on the leaves, because you lose some of the detail. So we're going to do this one the same way, and then we'll move on to some different alcohol ink stuff on the next card. But I did, like, terracotta was a good color. I think I used the crimson again as a red. I have a brown, either teakwood or espresso. I think I did have teakwood, but it had been used up this weekend. And then I have terracotta. Oh, I have terracotta out already. I'm going to pull out my less full terracotta to use it up. And then I have honeycomb or butterscotch would work. So those are the colors. Or rust, if you have rust. Rust is also a good one. So for the leaves, I'm just going to do the honeycomb and the terracotta, maybe a little bit of red. So I'm going to do that first. And then I know I did add some brown when I did it on my Yupo. But again, you can add that after the fact. So if you want to start out with these three colors and then add some brown to it, you can do that later. And again, if you didn't do it the first time, you have that piece to play with if you wanted to. So honeycomb, terracotta, crimson, brown. Now your leaves, if you need to hold them in place, you can use like a little pin to hold them in place if they're like sticking to your felt. I just think the alcohol ink on the mirror card is just really pretty. Everyone's working hard, Mom? No questions?
No, I'm looking at weird things that are happening, and I don't know why.
Weird things that are happening.
I've time stamped on here. Oh well.
Like, you mean weird things on my
I just
website?
posted something and it's showing up on top instead of, that my
Oh.
answers are in reverse order, and I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
Or questions, or comments.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I've got my leaves done, and like I said, those are just more of a one and done, and I'm gonna just move on. So on here, so it's pretty dry, so I'm gonna try and get the whole, I'm gonna lay some color down first. I think I'm gonna add some more, because if you're working at getting color down, you need to add some more color. So I'm gonna add some more color, and I'm gonna add some brown this time. Now don't add too much brown because it'll overtake.
Do those leaves dyes also emboss those lines in the leaves?
Yes. So when you're using a dye that has embossing, you can do one of two things. If you have a softer pad, I'm not sure what it's called, but more like a cutting mat pad, Then you don't have to do anything. It'll just emboss and cut at the same time. If you're using a metal plate, then sometimes you need to put an extra piece of text paper behind it. So just depends on what you're cutting them on. You know, if you're using a regular plate, then they should just emboss. If you are using any type of metal plate, magnetic plate, any of the harder ones, then sometimes when you cut, you don't get as deep of embossed lines. But if you put a piece of text weight paper, just scrap, just, you know, text weight paper, you know, the copy machine paper, just really cheap, behind it, that will kind of push it up a little bit more in there to get the embossing to be more pronounced. So, because the harder plate doesn't have anything for it to do that with. So you might still get the embossing, but just not as pronounced as you would on something softer, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit more brown because I want some more brown on here. I said don't do too much brown because it's going to overtake, but I want more to go with my brown. And my Velcro is getting a little, and see how when it was wetter, it just spread out and it gave me the lines, and maybe I like that. Oh, come on, felt. My Velcro, it was
Yeah, it
used the
doesn't
whole
wanna hang on
weekend.
anymore.
Yeah, doesn't want to hang on because it was used all weekend, and it's like, no, we're done.
Woo!
Yeah, my other one is much darker than this one, and that's okay. It's hard to get the same. Yeah, just gonna add some more brown. This one's not sticking either. Okay, hang on. There we go. Hopefully we can get it to.
Yeah, Facebook's being funny tonight. You know, somebody said that their screen froze up, and I said, well, mine's working fine. Well, now mine froze up too, but I just refreshed it, and
Okay.
it works. So I don't know what's going on.
Okay, well, I don't know why my felt is not working tonight, but good thing this is the last one I'm doing with felt.
I'll be right back.
Okay, because yeah, my Velcro is. And maybe it's just saying, hey, just be done. It's a good enough background, lady. And it probably is too. Okay, there we go. So that's a little bit different on both sides of the paper, and I don't care. I'm going to cover up. I mean, really on this one, you're not seeing as much background because you are covering the middle up. So you're really only seeing the edges, like the top and the bottom edge. So I'm just going to be done. So I'm going to put this aside. We're going to go on to trimming some stuff. I'm going to let that dry. It won't take too long to dry. All right, my leaves I'm going to push off to the side. I am going to bring my little paper trimmer over here and trim in front of the camera. So my card I'm setting off to in front of me. The main gold layer I'm setting in front of me. Happy fall, y'all. That and that I'm not trimming. So I am going to trim now. My trimmer is sometimes it works good and sometimes it doesn't, but I am going to trim a little bit off my top and bottom of my die cut. And this is totally up to you depending on how big of a border you want right here. So I wanted to make it a little bit smaller. Okay. So I did cut mine to a little over 2 inches. It's up to you. You can cut it or you can not cut it. And then you're going to trim your gold, brushed gold, smaller too. So you're actually, I probably didn't even need to give you this strip because you could have gotten that from right here. So I'm going to trim this to 2 and 2 and 1/8. Maybe 2 and 3/16. So yes, you have an extra strip, and I probably didn't need to give you that, but you have it. So save that extra strip because those are like gold sometimes, or they are gold. Okay. So yeah, I trimmed it to like 2 and 3/16. And then we are also going to trim it to the length of our UPO. So see how this is a hair longer? You can trim it to the length of the UPO, which is I think 8. I don't have a, oh, I do have a ruler. So trim your gold strip to your length of your UPO. Which is 8 and 3/16. What I'm going to do is just, yeah, well, trim your lattice to the length of this gold, because I think that's to size.
Kathleen, Stephanie, and Jean are all watching, and then they
They do it later.
play later.
Yeah. Sometimes that works out better, especially if I make mistakes.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm going to attach my die cut to my gold, or my shimmery copper, and then I'm going to trim that off too. And then I'm going to attach that all to this gold strip. Set that up here.
Oh, I just got rid of that. I didn't mean to do that. Okay.
All right, so for attaching, you can either use your glue press. Glue works best when you're attaching to the copper, so that's what I'm going to do. And my, I got some new glue, and a couple of the gals at my warehouse sale, or actually Sue at my warehouse sale, refilled it for me while I was getting ready for class, and now it's working great. I struggled with this sucker for a while it was running out of glue, and I'll tell you, having glue in your glue press is awesome, because that's what you're supposed to do, is have glue in your glue press. And I'm just putting little bits on the edges. I'm not doing the whole thing. If I wanted to do the whole thing, I would use my microdot adhesive. But glue actually does stick better to the glitter paper. I'm going to do some down the middle too. Or a dot roller would probably work good too. All right. I'm just going to attach this onto here.
Bernie says she'll rewatch after she finds her alcohol inks. Her craft room's a bit of a mess.
Yeah, that happens. I'm totally with you. I get that. Okay, I'm going to push this from the back. And then I'm going to use tape on the back and attach that to my gold layer. I shouldn't say my stamp room is a bit of a mess because Jenny cleaned it up, but it's still got some work to do.
No, we really can't find things.
And then I design stuff, and then I go in there like a whirlwind. All right, nice.
Jenny
Okay.
must have been home recovering today, huh?
Yeah. She might have had grandkids and stuff like that. I don't know. So now I'm going to tape this layer to the card front Actually, I can do my U-pull layer to my gold and then both of those to the card front. Nice, okay. Yeah, it was a long last week
Whew.
getting ready for the warehouse sale.
Jenny worked like crazy.
Yeah, she looked-
And you worked like crazy, Brian.
We all worked like crazy. We were all crazy people. Okay. So layer on your card front. You know, sometimes I use spray adhesive, but I find that the spray adhesive, it sticks initially, but then it doesn't stick great.
Ooh.
I mean, it makes you feel good, like, yay, it worked. And then a week later, it just will pop right off. So as convenient as it is initially, it kind of sucks. Okay, then that layer I'm putting right down the middle. Okay. Now my friend Tracy just did a Facebook post where she said happy fall y'all, so I might even give her this card. Then now I did foam tape this up, and then I just used adhesive on the back of my happy fall y'all. So I'm gonna pop this one out. I didn't do that earlier. It's a long one. It's kind of delicate. So see how I did the bottom first, and now I'm going to go through and kind of pull it from the back, one letter at a time. This one would be awesome with a shadow. I think Rob might work on that in his free time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, we popped that out, yay. I am going to foam tape up my gold mirror card.
It will be done. Okay, Rob.
It will be done.
Yes.
All right. Alright, so now I'm just going to attach this. Oh, we might need to trim this off. I didn't. Oh, no, we don't. It's the same length. Yay. Okay, now I'm just going to put little bits of glue from my glue press behind the happy fall y'all, and I'm going to try and stick to the bottom of the letters. Okay, there we go. Or I could use my microdots. which actually I think that's what I did the first time, was my microdot adhesive, even though it's not all gonna stick. Just the parts that are attaching to the little strip will stick. Now my phone was ringing off the hook this morning and I missed some of the phone calls. If you were trying to reach me, it's always best to email me, because if I don't answer the phone, I don't get to the messages. So yes, if you needed something today, sorry I didn't call you back, and please email me.
Yeah.
Because email I can do like late at night or early in the morning.
For those of you who have an interest or have watched my monarchs this year, I released the last one just before I came here tonight. It was a boy. It was the last three eclosed in over the last 3 days. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday we had blessings. 2 girls and a boy, and they are off and flying to Mexico. Small group this year. We only did 11.
Yeah, but last year I don't think you did that many.
No, last year I don't think if I did any,
Yeah, so that was a big group compared to last year.
Yeah, and these were all raised from from eggs that I retrieved from Bogey's raised prairie in the backyard.
Uh-huh. So I'm using foam tape to pop up my leaves. You can put your leaves on, or actually one leaf I put down solid. This one I put down, and then I raised this one on that end. So yeah, it was kind of nice to hear you doing it again this year.
Yeah.
Because I knew you skipped last year. Or did you skip the last 2 years?
The year before I did some.
But you can attach your leaves on there however you'd like. I did put them all like underneath. And with only using the yellow or the honeycomb, the terracotta, and the crimson, they show up a little bit more on top of the browns. And then I kind of tucked them underneath my happy fall and my, there. All right, that is our second card. I think I'm gonna turn this over. Oh, let's go to this one. There we go. We got less stuff on this one. All right, now we are going to go to the wishes.
So my monarchs are kind of like your eagles, Sarah. And this last boy that I released at 5:15,
Uh-huh.
big. He's just big. When I saw him fly away, he looked like a big bird in the sky.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I didn't get a picture of him outside because he flew fast.
All right, so in this kit, we have our envelope. We have our card base. This one is the one that has 2 pieces in it. One, the shiny one, is the photo paper. And I kind of put that in there just because, say you're like, oh, I don't feel like alcohol inking. You could brush blend. You can't do that on the Yupo. The inks just stay on top. But you could brush blend on the photo paper. Or some people say, well, can't I use photo paper for alcohol inking? It doesn't. It's not the same. So I gave you the photo paper initially because I was like, you know, people always ask, can I use photo paper instead of like Yupo? I wanted you to see the difference. They're like night and day. They just don't work the same. But if you want to, if you're like, I'm good, I'm just going to use this for something else, you could brush blend on it and make a beautiful background to go behind here too. You don't have to do alcohol ink. So you have an extra little piece in there. I'm going to pop out my pieces.
Oh, you will be happy to know Teresa found her
Oh,
brown paper.
yay!
Yay, yay, yay. Celebrate, celebrate.
Yes, I'm happy. I mean, we kitted a lot.
Yeah.
Like, we did a lot of kits. And actually, when we did in person, I think of all the in-person kits, like, there was one person missing one thing, which was pretty darn amazing. Actually, in the make and take kit, there was one whole piece missing, which I'll get to that. But for in person, like, we didn't have to run around and hand out pieces because everybody pretty much had their pieces. There was,
Yay.
I know, one person missing one thing for 3 classes going on.
It's amazing because for lots of reasons. It was just a just a crazy year for getting things done.
Yeah. Now sometimes if it sticks, if you kind of gently pull it, you might pull the backing off the paper, but since it's a thicker metallic paper, it's fine. So as long as if it's stuck in like one little spot and you just gently pull, you might pull the backing off, and that's fine.
Rob said, I'll bet my dad was doing that kit.
This one? Oh, the kit that somebody was missing?
I don't know. But the ones, yes.
Yeah. So actually for in person, for that autumn one that we just did where we die cut it, Dave did those. But he only did them for in person. We did them for in person because I don't have enough die cutters for everybody. And yeah, I don't think he enjoyed it. Because that one was a little putzier because you had to die cut it twice. Rob's giving his
Teresa
dad
said
a
it
hard
was
time.
hiding behind the gold glitter paper.
Okay. Yay, but I'm glad you found it. Because we did kit those at my house one night. I mean, I didn't. Pat did. I was working on my computer on instructions. So, happy to hear that you found it. Okay, so we did that. While we're like weeding, I'm going to go ahead and weed this Wishes. And I did use a discontinued stamp. I'm sorry. This is a stamp set, and it is discontinued. And I didn't look. I didn't realize it, but I wanted it, so I might have used it even if I knew it was discontinued. I just needed a black. I just wanted it. So, sorry. Sorry, Charlie. We can go ahead and attach the Wishes right on there. I don't worry about my dotting my I's too much because, I mean, it should still be in there, but you can always use a hole punch and make a small dot, or you can use a gem and make a small dot. So my dotted I is in there and I'm fine. I might just use a gem on mine.
Virginia really liked the design for the last card. She said
The
she has
autumn
so
one?
many slim lines. That was a great design.
Thank you. Well, slimlines were a thing right when COVID hit, and then, you know, they kind of dropped off a little bit. So I don't do them as much as I used to do them. I could do a whole slimline card class, or slimline and mini slimline. So Merle ordered.
Merle Halpern said she got her order today and she thought there was a mistake because she only remembered ordering one kit, but there were two. But then she checked her order email and it was correct. Then I remembered I used Crafter's math. I realized that I was already paying for shipping, so I might as well order two.
There you go. Rock on.
Yeah.
I like that thinking. I do that sometimes too.
Yeah. I do that too.
Yeah. I am going to put my little dot here since I do have
Well,
it.
let's order more gardening stuff.
Yeah, because you're already paying for shipping.
Yeah.
That's funny. Now that I have my little tool picker, it's easier to grab the little eyes. So there, I just did it. Okay, so now we have that. We have our birthday. So this I'm just going to trim. I'm going to leave a little bit of border of white on there. Well, yay. I'm glad that you got two.
Oh, thank you, Kathleen. She said in all the years that she's been watching, she has never seen a single card that she did not like.
Oh, thank you.
That is really nice.
That is really nice. All right. So on here, now when I did this one, where is my sample?
I tell you, this Facebook is locking up a lot tonight.
So for my sample,
It's interesting that Facebook is locking up and YouTube is not locking up at all.
yeah,
that I can
sometimes
see.
YouTube's better. So for this sample, I did take my blending solution, and this one I literally went messy, and I don't do messy that often, but I just kind of took my blending solution, I put drops of that down, then I took my blue and green and I put drops of that down, then I took my blower and I just kind of blowed it all over, and then I didn't like it and I added more and I added more, and then I kept blowing it until I got something I liked. So that's, I usually go pouncy pounce, and then I thought, well, I'm going to try it with other colors that I don't normally use. And I got that, which I kind of like that too. That would be good for a guy card, the colors that I used, which I think was brown and black and gray and red, and I don't know what else I did. But so, yeah, I just kind of just go for it with whatever colors you want. And I don't think there's a right or wrong, whether you put ink down first, whether you put blending solution down first. And then just keep going until you get what you want. So and it's not going to probably look anything like what I originally did. And I'm going to go with my colors that I like a lot. But yeah, that's literally what I did.
Very technical.
Very technical, yeah, very technical. Actually, maybe I'm going to try some black to make it more of a... And then if my ink wasn't moving around, then I added some more blending solution. So yeah, so you can blow it. Now, if you blow from the top, it's just going to spread out like that. If you blow from the sides, it's going to go like that. You'll get these little squiggly things. If it goes through the blending solution, it will move more. So yeah, more blending solution to keep everything moving along. And I don't know how it's going to turn out. And I might not like it. And then there's always the back. I think I put too much black down. So, yep, I did. I need some more color. So we're just blowing, making a background, and if you end up with a spot where there's nothing, you can leave it, or you can add color, or you can add blending solution. And I could add another color on top of this. I'm kind of digging the blue and the black though. Where did my blending solution go? Oh, here it is. I want to make sure to... Yeah, there's nothing, no right or wrong here. Just you're kind of playing with the blower, seeing how it all moves around, seeing how the ink reacts when you put different colors together and the blending solution. One year we did it where we just put just a whole bunch of different colors down until all of the circles met. This is totally different. But yeah, the blending solution will keep it all moving around. We're just making a background, and you might not like how it looks, but just try your frame over the top of it, and then you're like, oh, that kind of breaks it up. No, more blending solution. Sometimes you can just put one drop of blending solution down and it will just spread out like that. Like especially if you don't want the little, I don't know what to call them, the little amoeba-y type things.
Boy, your friend Tracy had a big weekend too this weekend, didn't she? She did a lot of stuff.
She did a lot of stuff.
Oh my God.
Well, yeah, because she worked here for me.
Yep. Thank you, Tracy, if you're on.
So yeah, I haven't gotten to the point that I am like, oh, I like that now. So that's why I just keep going. You know, sometimes you get to that point and then you pass it, and then you're like, darn it, I wish I would have stopped.
And sometimes you can't tell until you put that frame over the top.
Yeah, which I'm gonna do in just a minute. See, I think I'm gonna leave it right now because I think I like it now with the frame over the top. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave that for a minute. So yeah, this was just all about playing, putting colors down. Now what will happen if I put another color down, or do I just stop? Oh no! Oh, but I really want to try it. No, I'm gonna leave it. Just stop, Sarah.
Because that other color, you just put another color down by putting that white on top of it. That frame on top of it.
Mm-hmm. What I should have done was the alcohol ink first and then come back and done the other stuff so it could dry. Because yeah, if you're putting a lot of alcohol inks normally dry pretty quick, but when you put a lot of it down, it does take a bit, and I can tell that it's still wet. Okay.
Would you use a heat to set it, Sarah? No?
Well, Yupo, you probably shouldn't, because
Oh, yeah,
Yupo's like a
because it's
plastic,
plastic. Yeah,
and it
that's
will
right.
melt.
Yep.
So, and I think I still have some wet spots there. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take, and I don't normally do this, I'm going to put tape on the back of my card, and then I'm going to put my Yupo down, and then I'm going to put glue on the back of my frame.
I should bring you my hairdryer because it's got a cool setting on my hairdryer.
Oh,
You could use it for that.
yeah. But normally I don't put tape on the fronts of things. Oh, and my tape gun just ran out.
Wait, I got one.
No, I got one here.
Okay.
I got multiples. But this is a cover die that goes all the way over the front. Oh, speaking of cover dies, I don't think I posted the White Lady metallic cover plate layer. So I need to get that posted too, because I did the cover plate layers in the White Lady. We have them in the white and we have them in the variety. And then I also did them in the White Lady and the brushed silver and the brushed gold. So while that's drying, I'm going to make sure this is dry. And I'm going to go ahead and glue the back of my cover plate. Because this is so full, I need to remember not to squeeze it as hard as I am. I'm not even going to worry about the little lines because I just don't think they matter. And I have it a little bit thick on here, so I'm just going to use something to get a little bit off because I don't want it gushing out. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think it's mostly dry, so I'm going to place it. Now this one goes edge to edge on your card front. And yes, this one I can use for a guy card. And I'm going to turn it over and just push from the back. Brian, don't look, this is your birthday card. No, just kidding. I crack myself up sometimes. So, okay, now I'm going to pop these up with foam tape. But I do like this one too. When I did this one though, this is just a hair narrow for that frame. You can see just a tiny bit of it, so that's why I didn't use that, but I can use that on something else. So yeah, that one was just about getting used to the blower and how your stuff, because if you want to try the flowers next, you're going to be using the blower. But if you tried the flowers last year and they're not your gig, that's okay, because you can use the Pouncy background on this one or the other background, you know, or where you're just putting ink down. You don't have to do the flowers. I'm going to attempt to do a flower. Makes me very nervous doing it on camera, so we'll see how that goes. Flowers are hard. Took me a few tries. But that's why we got practice paper.
Yeah.
I think patience is a big thing with the flowers. And sometimes I have more patience than others. So yes, I'll go home and I'll change my little placard for my daily flash sales. So it doesn't say daily flash sales on it? It just says, my little sign on my sale page doesn't say daily?
It does.
It does.
I think
Oh, okay.
I think she was talking about my post,
Oh, okay.
and I changed that.
All right, so there we go. And I'm sure yours looks totally different. Oh, Jill's ready to take on the challenge again of the flowers. Okay, that's what we're going on to next. So this one It is this one. And let's just weed out this first. Let's get it all ready. Let's weed out our thank you. You know, you have the die for this, but we pre-die cut for you.
Jill said last year her flowers weren't so good, but I'm ready to try them again.
Yep. Got to keep trying.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, when I did this one, I hadn't picked up the flowers since last year, so I hadn't, it's not like I had practiced them. And it took me a few tries. So that's why I give you this one. This piece actually came in 2 kits. So you can try on there or you can go for it on here. That's up to you. I'm going to attach my thank you together. I'm also going to use my little roller thingy to get all of these pieces out. I was actually gonna, when I decided on these panels to be part of the kit, I was gonna do clean and simple, but then I decided to add them to the alcohol class because I had decided on the black and blue for the die cut class, and I knew I was doing a Christmas, so I added them. And I kind of like this because this kind of breaks up that flower. So if you have a side of the flower that you don't like as much, you can cover half of it up. And I did have people in class do, something where they just put the ink down and then did that. So the whole background was covered and that kind of broke up one side. Or people that just did the Pouncy Pounce. So you don't have to do the flower if you don't want to. But if you want to give it a shot, you have the 2 little panels or the 2 little swatches. This we're going to wait to cut off because see how we used it? Just half of it. So we layered it on there and then we trimmed it after. So this I'm just going to set aside. This I am going to attach on there and then set it aside. Oops. And I am going to attempt a flower, like I said. Oh, on camera. But I think it takes a little bit. When I'm hurrying to try and get something done, that's when things go awry. But like I said, if flowers aren't for you, you can use one of the other techniques for laying down your color. And it's okay. It's perfectly okay. Okay, turn that over, give it a little push. And I do have a little glue squishing out, but it's gonna dry clear, so I'm not worried about it. I have our envelope, our card base, our black, and I'm not gonna attach any of those, and I'm just gonna pull one of my swatches over. And then what else do we need? We need some blending solution. We need a little paint palette. We need some little micro brushes because that's going to put our alcohol ink down. And then we need to pick out our alcohol ink colors. Now let's just start on our little one first. And you don't need to put a bunch of colors down. I think I'm going to stick to my 2 colors that I used. Although I should try and mix it up. So you're just going to take and put about a nickel or dime size drop of alcohol ink with your micro brush. You're going to dry it. So kind of just go around it on the outside because you want that totally dry. So this is just on our practice one. And then I'm just going to start and I'm going to drag a line out, and then I'm going to go like horizontal and just blow. And blow soft. And if you start making a potato chip, kind of come in from the sides to make it a petal. All right. And then we can move, I still have a little puddle there, and that's okay. We can blow it all the way off the end of our paper if we wanted to. And then we can go do another one. Now I find if I go right here, then I'm not going to get much color because a lot of the color went that way. So sometimes I do add more color as I'm going to my drop, but then I can pull again out, and I find that the alcohol ink follows your blending solution. So there's a good petal. And don't worry about the middle because it kind of looks like a big blobbity blob in the middle, and that's what I covered up with black to make the center of my flower. So pull it out and go sideways. So if you go down, you're going to make a potato chip. If you are very gentle and blow horizontally, that's when you make the flower petal. Now, if I want petals going here, here, and here, I like to just add more color because I find it easier if you have more color there. And that's me. I'm sure there's all different ways to do it. I just like to add a little bit more color. And you could add your second color in those. So I'm gonna dry, 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 dry. And I could add a second color right alongside of this and do the 2 colors at one time. So hang on a second, I'm gonna add just a little. And I could have added my second color and my darker color in the middle and then my lighter color on the side. But you know what? There's no rules here.
Sir, did you take a class in this? Is that how you learned how to do this, or did you just experiment?
No, Dave taught me.
Dave taught you. Okay.
And he's way better at it than I am. Like way better at it. He makes it look easy. So hang on, I'm going to add a second color. Just a tiny bit of a second color. To see if it'll pull both colors. So no. There are videos out there of people that are much more experienced, and yeah, like I said, Dave taught me and he made it look so easy. So pull your color out and then blow, and your inks will follow. When I very first started, I wasn't pulling the color out, and I think that helped tremendously when I went foop and I made the line for your inks to follow. And then also, you know, be patient and don't blow super hard. So just small little, and now it does look kind of in the middle, but that's okay once you cover that up. And you can keep going and keep adding more colors. But in the end, and this one probably needs more petals and stuff, but in the end you can take black and you can add color into the center after it's all dry. I'm doing this while it's wet yet and it doesn't work so hot, but that's going to become the center of your flower because my black is now blending with everything else. Or you can use a Posco pen as your center. But that's how you kind of tie everything in. So even though it might look bad in the middle, you're going to make that the center of your flower, which will tie everything in. So just kind of ignore the center if it just kind of doesn't look great because you're just going to tie it in with something else. So anyways, that's the basics. And I'm going to go on to my real thing now, which is even more scary. But so yeah, start on your little one if you've never done it before. I'm going to start right here, or I'm going to go right here. I'm going to do it right in the center because remember, I'm only going to cover up half of it. Patience is the key. Okay, here we go. And if you start with a smaller center, then it doesn't, then you can keep adding color to it. That's what I think anyways. So that's my center, but it's going to grow. My center is going to grow, so it's okay. And remember, if you didn't use both, you have another one of these, plus you have the back, plus you have the front and back of that one. And if you're like, you get, you know, part way done and you're like, I don't like it, you can always go to the Tappy Tap, add some blending solution, just make it your own thing. And that's okay. You know, I wish I was multi-hand, or what is that? Ambidextrous?
Ambidextrous.
Because I wish I could like pull with one and then start blowing right away. But I can't. I can only do it with the same hand. And yeah, I like to keep adding, I like to keep adding color. So I might add a little bit more color.
My dance instructor,
Uh-huh.
he says, but you can.
I can.
Yeah. Use two hands.
You can use two hands?
Yeah.
I
said,
know, but
you can.
I'm afraid I'm going to make a big mess.
Oh. Okay.
See, look at the lines in that one. And I keep turning my paper because I can only do it one way. Oops. And I'm going to go add my second color in a little bit. So now on mine I have some little specks. I don't know if you can see them. Right here I have some little tiny specks. And what happened was when it was still wet, I was taking the ink or the lid off of one of my used alcohol inks and there was dried alcohol in there. And it just, the dust went on there and created those little specks.
Oh, yeah.
And then I tried to recreate those up higher, but it was already too dry, so I couldn't do that. But that was like a happy accident.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that one. I like that one too. Okay. Okay, I'm almost ready to go on to my second color. So now I know the directions say that you can do, your darker color and your lighter color both at the same time. But I found this easiest for me to go a little bit at a time and not worry about two colors. So that's what I'm doing. Like I said, I don't know if there's a right and a wrong, but I think you just have to experiment and see what works for you. All right. Okay, here we go. Second color time. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed that now I don't screw it up. But remember, you're going to cover parts of it up with your thank you, with your background panel.
Wow. Stephanie said she tried the link, but it did not work. This is for,
The flash sale items.
no, this is for Brass and Bliss, I think. I did put in the paper cut commentsold.com. Oops, wait a minute. No, it's for the paper cut.
Oh, you put the comment sold link?
No, I didn't think so.
Because you just said commentsold.com.
I know that's what she wrote, but I'm looking at my link again. Where am I?
Did you go down a rabbit hole?
Hold on.
Oh, take off the email address on the link.
Oh, I see. Link for flash sale? Is that? Stephanie. It shouldn't be a comment sold link. Are you looking for the flash sale link, Stephanie? Where am I at? Yeah, Bernice says comment sold isn't until Sunday. That's true.
Oh, Jill said when you posted the link, you actually added the email address to the end of it. So the link didn't work.
That was for Brass and Bliss, because I took that out later.
Okay.
So you're looking for Brass and Bliss, or are you looking for? I'll post them both again.
Okay.
All right. And I will try them.
Okay, so
Again, 'cause
I am going to end my flower now. Actually, I might go one more. Over to this side. Oops, I'm kind of out of ink.
Copy and paste the following link. Paste.
All right, I think I'm going to call it a day on that one. All right, so now I'm going to add black to the center of this. And I do have a black and white Posco pen, so I'm going to try with the Posco and see if that works different. I know the first time I did it with... Oh. Oh. Okay, hang on a second. I squeezed too hard. Now I've got a petal of Posco. So I am going to make my Posco ink go all over the place because I added way too much. Holy schmoly. I hope I didn't.
Okay, Stephanie, I just posted this link again for the daily flash sale page.
Okay.
I tested it and it works, and I don't know what's going on. If this doesn't work for you, I had to copy and paste it and put it in a new
Browser.
browser.
So my Posco pen, a lot of ink came out. So I'm hoping this dries sometime today. I didn't use alcohol ink, but you can use alcohol ink the same, just put it on your micro brush. Let's see, that kind of just ties it all together, and then we'll put some little white dots in the middle. Okay, because before you can go ahead and do white Posco pen in the middle of it, you need to have that totally dry. So I'm probably having a problem because I've got way too much Posco ink because I pushed the tip of it and a lot came out. So I'm trying to dry it at the moment. And when all else fails, you get impatient and you try and just dab it up, and I'm going to try that. I might pull out my heat. Oh no, I don't want to heat because I don't want to melt my plastic. So I'm just going to patiently. So what else you can do on here, we're waiting for our black Posco ink to dry because I should have just went with what I knew, which was the alcohol ink. But if you have like a smaller detail pen, like a Micron, a Zig, or a Micron, you can add the little stamen around it. Still waiting for it to dry.
Oh, good, Bernice. I'm glad the copy and paste worked for you.
I'm gonna practice my white Posco pen, which I think is a newer one. Oh, there. Okay. On here. And so these you're just doing tiny little dots. And they do sometimes turn a little pink. Why, you ask? I don't know. But I'm going to add them to the outside of my stameny things first while I'm waiting for it to dry. I'm curious if other people made flowers or if they just did a background. Not just did a background, but did a regular alcohol ink background, or if you tried the flower.
Oh, Stephanie put in the comment sold link because that was the one she could remember.
Oh,
Thanks. Let's see. I'll try again, but no worries if it doesn't work. I'll try Bernice. There is more stuff on this link.
all right. So there we go. I'm pretty happy, and I was really nervous trying my flower on camera. But I'm pretty happy with that.
Looks nice.
Yeah. I said this morning to John and Leah that I was nervous about running this half marathon, and John came back at me and said, nerves are good. That means you have a desire to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not nervous, that would be a bad thing,
Yep.
because then you just think you know it all,
Yeah.
which I don't. So I was nervous about doing my flower. I'm nervous about running my half marathon. But the nerves are going to push me to get her done. All right. So now I am going to layer it on. Actually, I'm going to layer this piece. I'm going to cut off one side first. So over here, I just cut it with a thin border over here. Then I'm going to layer it on there, and then I'm going to trim off the outside. So first I'm going to trim off a little, make a small border.
I'm confused for Lisa, Stephanie. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the flowers take a little bit. I mean, it took me, like I said, on my first flower when I hadn't practiced them for a year,
Yeah.
it took me about 5 tries to get that one. It took me working on one of these and then the back and then another one and the back and then I think on that one and the back. So it took me a bit. It actually took me going home one night because I was doing it and I was frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just like, I just need to let it go because I need to be more patient. And when I came back the next day, first try I did it.
Nice.
So yes, it's something that takes a little bit of practice. And also this one, the center of it was really big and I just tied it in with the black. So you look and you sometimes just need to tie it in with your center because it kind of looks blobbity blob.
Wow.
So I did cut this so I have a thin border right here, and now I'm going to set that. I'm going to put microdot adhesive on it, set it on there, and then I'm going to trim the border of it. Oh, we're already at 8:05. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Well, we did flash sale and stuff first. But this is taking longer than I...
Yeah, it's kind of like my dance, you ladies. You gotta practice, right, Sarah?
Right?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was so late.
Yeah, John's right too, you know? Could be a little nervous.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now I'm going to trim. Nope, and I think I'm going to go to my scissors because my trimmer is being difficult.
Can't find it.
No, my trimmer is just
It's
being,
lost under everything.
no, it's over here.
Okay.
It's just being difficult trimming through the,
Oh, I get it.
I need to take it into my other trimmer.
The comment sold link shouldn't have any stuff, should it?
I don't think so. I will check it when I get home. Because I think I deactivated everything. All right, so now I am going to layer that on my black. And then I'm going to layer it on my card. Okay, then layer it on my card and then put my thank you on. Even though I'm a little crooked in there, it doesn't matter because my thank you is going to cover a bunch of that up right there. And yeah, I gotta get home.
Oh, there's no Packer game?
No, I got a 9-mile run though tomorrow morning.
Oh, yeah.
It's my
It's
last.
dark out there.
I know.
Oh, my God.
Okay, then we're gonna use foam tape right there. So tomorrow night, Peekaboo Black and Blue. That one it's mostly assembly. So just your regular tools, your adhesive, your microdot adhesive, your personal paper trimmer, your scissors. So just basic stuff like that. Nothing funky tomorrow night. And we're doing 4 cards. So it's probably going to be another 8 o'clock nighter.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. I must have added some darker right here to get it dark, but that's okay. They just look different, and it's okay. All right.
Oh, Stephanie says she can copy the link, but she can't paste it because Google won't let her.
Oh, well, Google sucks. No, I don't know, but I don't know why Google won't let you. So, anyways, thanks for joining me tonight, guys, and my mom, and we will see you again tomorrow night for day 2. Bye. Have a great night.
I'll see you Wednesday. I won't be here tomorrow.